I'm Lori and welcome to today's class. Today is going to be a pretty nice and relaxing, quick class. So grab a blanket and meet us on the mat. All right, so we're going to start in a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Now I want you to have your blankets handy, so if you're feeling tight in a cross-legged position, I want you to sit up on your blanket. So I have mine rolled up. If anyone's feeling tight, anytime you can get your hips up a little bit higher, it just gets the seat or the pose a little bit more comfortable. So however you have your legs crossed, we're going to take our hands out in front. We're going to start to walk them forward. So we've got a nice gentle hip opener, and just go just a little bit. So it's not about taking it to your edge here. We just want to gently feel a nice stretch. Drop your head and start to breathe in and out of your nose. Nice, steady, controlled breath. And maybe put a count to your breath. Maybe the inhales and exhales are at least equal length, or you can make the exhales just a little bit longer and slower than the inhales. And one more inhale. And with your exhale, slowly walk the hands back. We're going to cross the ankles now in the probably not the most comfortable, the opposite way, the way that you normally don't go. Opposite from what you just had. Okay. And then you're going to take your hands back out in front. And it might feel a little awkward because we tend to originally cross our legs the most comfortable way. And let's just start to, again, get nice and steady, still and quiet. We're really just working on finding some peace with our thoughts so that we can become calm and at rest. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly walking the hands back. Now we're going to separate the ankles wide. So you also, probably the most important thing, and we're all here at different angles, so maybe you can see I'm going to turn to the side. So if you're not up on a blanket and you're feeling comfortable, but you're kind of rounded like this, you want to work on creating the hips so that they're straight up and down, the spine is nice and tall. So maybe if you're not up on a block, maybe you then get up on a block. That's the most important, is the forward tilt. Again, hands out in front, and maybe start to walk the hands forward. Otherwise, you can keep your hands back behind you to keep that forward tilt and the spine nice and tall. Walk the hands forward and relax the legs, relax the ankles. Again, close your eyes. Steady, controlled inhales and exhales through your nose. And just be happy with being alone here on your mat. Just being present, not perfect, just present. One more, inhale. And exhale, slowly walk the hands back. And then maybe gently put the hands behind your knees. Prop the feet up, bending the knees and walking the feet in. Placing the legs straight out in front. So again, sitting up nice and tall. Sometimes I like to place the palms behind my hips with the fingertips facing away and press into the palms to get that forward tilt in the hips. Relax the legs, but keep that forward tilt, and then from here is where you'll start to fold forward. Keeping that forward tilt and starting to fold. And then if you like, you can bring your hands forward. You can grab onto your ankles, your calves, your feet, or just let the arms dangle up your sides. Again, the most important thing is you're keeping that forward tilt in the hips. So think of the chest is reaching towards your toes. More about the chest going forward than so much rounding through the spine. And then again, it's all about the breath and becoming present. Noticing your thoughts, the sensations, and being okay with whatever presents itself. And just breathe into whatever it is you're feeling. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly walking the hands back. We're going to bend our knees and bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly pose. So again, if the hip openers you're feeling a little tight, just prop yourself up on a block or a prop. And then again, just make sure you got that forward tilt in the hips. So if you're rounding, you just want to get up nice and tall. So maybe palms on the mat behind your hips. And settle into stillness. So try to avoid the bouncing of the thighs here. So you just want to get into stillness. Focus on the breath. Creating that peaceful feeling in your body and in your thoughts. I know that peace isn't necessarily all about being without struggle, but it's more about having a presence of love. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly coming back up to seated. We'll bring the knees up. Actually, we're all going to come up onto our prop now. So, however you want to sit on it. And we're going to take it to really like the left butt cheek. Bend our right knee so that the ankle is right outside of your right hip. Now your left leg can be straight or it can be bent. But we want to start to walk the hands back behind us or you. Maybe lower down to the forearms. Maybe scoot that right foot back even further. And just get a nice stretch in the front of your right thigh. One more, inhale. Exhale slowly, coming back up. Just roll to the left side, straighten the right. And you're gonna lift up to switch your prop to your right butt cheek. Bend your left leg so that your left ankle is right outside your left hip. And again, your right knee, the leg can be straight or bent, whatever's more comfortable. Hands behind you. And then just walking the hands back as far as you can go. And that feels good to where you can still focus on your breath. Steady, controlled inhales and exhales. One more, inhale. Exhale slowly, coming back up to center. We're just gonna roll off our blanket and we're gonna come into a child's pose. So the blanket can actually go off to the side for a sec. Bring your big toes to touch on your shins. Let your knees go wide. And really just for a couple breaths, we're gonna set up a child's pose. So maybe crisscross your forearms to rest your forehead. Maybe reach the arms forward. Allow the forehead to rest on the mat. And again, there's not a whole lot of stretching here. It's really just melting into the pose. So don't worry so much about reaching the arms forward. Just let them drape. And again, just settle in with a breath practice with your eyes closed. One more, inhale. And exhale, now slowly start to walk the hands back, lift up. And we're gonna come into our Shavasana pose. So if you wanna use your prop, maybe underneath your chest, maybe underneath your knees, if you have lower back issues and you wanna prop your knees up, sometimes underneath the chest for a little chest opener, feels really good. Maybe all the way along your spine. And a pillow with the arms out to the T. Just settle in. And I'd like for you to stay in this pose as long as you feel that it feels good. Settling into stillness. Let your breath come back to your normal breathing pattern. And stay here at least for, say, 3 minutes. And allow your body to just feel like it's melting into your mat. And relax from your toes to your ankles, up your legs, your hips. Let the shoulders fall back. Relax the neck. Relax the jaw, your forehead, and feel peaceful for just a few more minutes. I'm going to leave you now. Peace. Namaste.